Yeah, and in the finals, like I said, it's all Japan finals, all Japanese finals. It was Cloth though was the matchup that Kato took down, which is definitely a favorable matchup for Gardevoir. And this is Robin's exact 60 from uh, whatever tournament Robin
Yeah,
got.
Stuttgart.
Yeah, Stuttgart.
Has that Genesect in there, which is a super cool card. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this deck a lot last week. There's really nothing super different about it now compared to last week. Yeah, I mean, this is just, we'll talk about it a little bit more when we talk about Toronto, but this deck is
deck.
here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon for the rest of the format, for sure.
Yeah, and the more I've thought about it, and I initially started out by playing with this deck by playing with Robin's build. I didn't use the Genesect much, but I don't think I put enough emphasis on it. I think the Genesect is really, really good. Taking away stuff like Prime Catcher and Unfair Stamp specifically, or a Trolley up against a Trolley matchup is like super.
Yeah, if you just
powerful.
go first against another Trolley deck and can get your Genesect in the tool,
Yeah.
like your dude, the setup difference is just insane. And you have so much reach on turn one with this deck with the Carmine, the Squawkabilly, the Minion. Like you can get through the deck.
Yeah, the Guru to find the Forest Seal Stone, to help you find your Trolley, stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the deck's definitely here to stay. I don't think it's like a ridiculously broken deck or anything like that. Definitely a powerful deck. And it's cool to see just still this constant innovation. This is what I always hate is when I see so many people complain about formats and how they're like played out and like you have to play the same 3 decks, Charizard, Regidrago, and then someone comes out with this cloth deck. It's like, no, you don't. You're just not trying. If you're not going to try, why are you going to complain?
Well, and it makes me wonder too. Like the last year of the game, we haven't seen anything close to this level of innovation. I would say.
I mean, you might be not too far off. This is like a pretty big out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes me wonder, like you said, people just aren't trying hard enough.
Well,
Like, is there been something in past formats that people just didn't try hard enough? We didn't quite get to, like, I think like, if you show this to a lot of the players who are in, top cuts regularly, they would probably look at this and be like, oh, I mean, kind of crazy looking, sure, and then brush it off.
Yeah. I mean,
it needs like someone to actually do well with it, which we saw in Sacramento. Right, a couple players got day 2 with the deck, had a solid finish with it, and now it's kind of taken off from there. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I did ask this question last podcast, and I'm curious still. I don't have an answer for it, of course. I don't know if I'll ever get one, but I wonder how many players in Europe were actually already playing this deck before Sacramento happened. Like I wonder if Robin, because like Robin, like this difference from Robin's list with the Genesect is like pretty big, and if Robin kind of took the list from Sacramento, I don't know how he would come to Genesect in like a week. That was like a big inclusion, but maybe he did through testing. But I wonder if Robin was already playing this deck ahead of time.
Sometimes cards like this, like just stick in the back of people's minds. Like you yourself talked about Genesect, right? About how it's like a card, like this like happens where people like it's like they read a card, it's like, oh, there's like potential for this, but it's just not yet.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like whenever a new deck comes out and there's a new opportunity to get a different card inclusion, it's like, oh, maybe is this the deck that I can finally get the Genesect tech in there?
Yeah.
That could be what was happening, honestly. I feel like that does happen a lot when it comes to these like
and I mean
more brew builds.
Yeah, I mean Tropico's Cough isn't like a deck that would have been able to be played for a while because it did get activated by Trolley, right? I feel like that is the activator. So
this was a really cool one. They got top 4 in Perth. Also, someone else got 48th or 47th, sorry, with the same list. They've got a Hisuian Zorg V in this deck. So the idea here is in games you go second, you can get more reach with the Pecharunt, right? You can use the Zorg, run into the Pecharunt, get some damage with the 30 for free, plus the Sneasler, plus the Pecharunt, all the poison things going on. Really, really cool.
Yeah, you get the Mochi on there. So you can hit for 210, I think, total. You can also run to the Fluttermane as well. You could like poison the Zork and hit for like 70.
Yeah.
And that could KO a Charmander plus run to Fluttermane or something like that. I wonder actually if there's like room for... No, I guess Klefki doesn't work because you can't retreat your Klefki.
With Latias,
you shove your Latias. I guess you could like play a rescue board.
Nah.
And we see this build only plays one switch card actually. It has a Regidrago in there as well, which is kind of cool. I tried out the Regidrago for like... Because it does have free retreat now that you have a Latias in play.
Yep.
Which is definitely interesting. So we still see people innovating on this build. There's honestly like so much room in the deck. Some people don't even play Electrode, so they're kind of giving up fully the Charizard matchup, which probably not a great matchup to give up right now, but it does give you more space for some more cute stuff.